was at my in-laws, and I noticed my nephew Wyatt scurry off into the corner. Now, I knew what Wyatt was doing. I'd seen him do this in the past, but I don't like to pass up an opportunity to pester my nieces and nephews. So I went over, got down on the floor, got a little uncomfortably close. Wyatt, what you doing? Wyatt. Stop looking at me, Uncle Sean. Within a minute, Wyatt was off to go get cleaned up and go about his day. But I was disturbed by this because Wyatt's 4 years old and he's been potty trained for 2 years and he still poops in his diaper. I was also concerned because I may have played a role in it. So flashback about a year ago, we're at the in-laws again, and Wyatt and his dad Jake are on the couch. I go up to them. Wyatt, why won't you poop in the potty? Because when Grammy changes my diaper, she says, "Pew." Well, I can't argue with that. That's actually quite noble. I'm just glad it wasn't because of the spiders. What spiders, Uncle Sean? Well, Wyatt, when you poop in the toilet, spiders come up out of that hole in the bottom and grab your poop and take it away, and sometimes they accidentally bite your bottom. That was the first time Wyatt heard his father call me an asshole. So back in the present, I faced a dilemma because I don't like taking responsibility for my action. So I needed to find another reason why Wyatt would poop in his diaper. Would go off into the corner and squat every time he needed to go to the bathroom. So I turned to science. Now, at this point, I'm sure most of you are thinking, okay, this guy torments a little kid and then looks for a scapegoat to place the blame on. What is wrong with him? Well, the Republicans in the room are thinking, what's science? Well, I consider myself champion of the commode. I'm the boss of my bowels. I'm a slayer of sewer serpents. To be frank, I'm number one at number two. But what I found in my research had me questioning my pooping prowess. I'll now read to you from a 2003 study in Digestive Diseases and Sciences titled "The Comparison of Straining During Defecation in 3 Postures." The aim of this study was to compare the straining forces applied when sitting or squatting during defecation. 28 apparently healthy volunteers with normal bowel function were asked to use a digital timer to record the net time needed for sensation of satisfactory emptying while defecating in 3 alternative positions: sitting on a standard sized toilet, sitting on a lower toilet, and squatting. They were also asked to note their subjective impression of the intensity of the defecation effort. And this goes on for a while. 6 consecutive bowel movements were recorded in each position, both the time needed for sensation of satisfactory bowel emptying and the degree of subjectively assessed straining in the squatting position were reduced sharply in all volunteers compared with both sitting positions. In conclusion, the present study confirmed that sensation of satisfactory bowel emptying in sitting defecation posture necessitates excessive expulsive effort when compared to squatting positions. So in layman's terms, sitting on a toilet is just not that good for you. When compared to squatting, it takes twice as long to drop that deuce. And you're more likely to have constipation, hemorrhoids, and bloating. And the study proved that I was not to blame in Wyatt's situation. So let me show you. When you sit on a toilet at a 90-degree angle, there's a muscle that pulls on your poop chute. kinking up your crapper. But when you move to more of a squatting position, that muscle relaxes, freeing up the Hershey Highway for business. Now, countries or continents like Africa and Asia, squatting is the traditional way to go to the bathroom, and their facilities are designed to support that. But in the US, we're burdened with the toilet. So what do you do to relieve your rectum? Well, I advise against trying to squat on the toilet. You're going to get some splashback to do that. Now, what I have found works best is to get a little step stool. And how much fiber were in those? As you can see, by putting my feet up on this step stool, I'm in more of a squatting position, freeing up my feces for takeoff. So, what I want you to do, this has been a life changer for me. I've saved tens of minutes a day that I used to spend pooping. I still spend that time on the toilet, but I play a lot more Candy Crush now. So this is what I want you all to do, is try this at home. Next time you've got a case of mud butt, go get a stool and put your feet up and enjoy your evacuation. And if you don't have the best bowel movement of your life, package up your poop, put it in an envelope, send it to 1 Champions Drive, Columbia, Missouri, 65201. You're not going to get anything in return, or this isn't a satisfaction guarantee type of thing, but that's the address for Mizzou basketball. And so you have the satisfaction of knowing that a bag of crap is better than anything they've put out on the floor lately. Thanks.